What is going on, everybody? Merry Christmas! I am going to do a little reaction video to the Christmas preview, which I believe is Slaanesh filled. Let's check it out. We're going to jump on over, and I already got it pulled up, so let's see what we got. I see is that a Grey Knight over here? I think he's a Grey Knight. Maybe there's some Grey Knights coming. It looked like it was just like on the little link I clicked for it looked like sisters. Yeah, here we go. We got a Sister of Battle with a plasma pistol. Looks very generic. These models are cool. The Sisters models I do think look good. I don't know. She doesn't seem special looking to me at all. But she does have a plasma pistol, which would be an easy conversion. So you don't have to buy this character. You can just make one if you have an extra plastic sister. Looks like we got a box set coming with Sisters vs. Dark Eldar. That's a cool artwork here. Nice. Okay. So, looks like you get the Heavy Squad, the Immolator, the Plasma Pistol, and then you get a bunch of old Dark Eldar models and the new character. Alright, so GW... Alright, let's try to see if we like this. The what's her name? Lilith Hesperax. Right off the bat, she seems squished. Like her chest to pelvis seems squished. And I guess that's causing her to have protruding like bodybuilder abs, where they have that kind of, they have big abs, but they also have that kind of bubble gut from like the modern day bodybuilders, if you see from all the, I guess, growth hormones or whatever they use. She's got kind of hobbit feet, which I don't know if I hate that. That doesn't really bother me. It actually, they could have painted her toenails red and matched it with this. One thing I never like is, like, to me in miniature painting, I'm not better than this, obviously. This is very nice. But when you paint this little ribbon the same red as her hair, to me that says that's made out of the same material. So it feels like that could have been a slightly different red. I don't know. Maybe another little pop color. But regardless, it feels like her hips are squished up really close to her armpit. Like if you look here on this view on the side, her hip comes all the way up here. Then this is where her oblique is. And then her rib cage to her armpit. This area seems kind of scrunched in. So maybe I see it in person. The hair is also too big. Like, I get the cool swoopy hair, but come on. Jane Zar has some big hair, and I don't think this girl needs bigger hair. This has got to be bigger than Jane Zar. And it's so big and swoopy. They think they're doing like these crazy dynamic models by adding like big swoopy hair, and all characters now are jumping off stuff. But no, I don't hate it. It's alright. I think if I played Dark Eldar, I would probably like it if I wanted this model. Like, I have an Eldar army. I haven't picked up Jane Zar yet. I will wait to see the book. If she's actually going to be playable and usable and good, then maybe I'll pick her up. And I would definitely pick up the new one, like, over the old one, but we'll see. Let's see. Okay. Ooh! Oh, man, this is maximum GW marketing meme right here. Alright, so first off, this artwork is awesome. This character looks awesome. He's got the right amount of, like, fancy Slaanesh beauty, but he's like a straight-up evil demon. I wish this is what all the faces look like on that previous preview, where some of them just were, like, swooshed. But look at him doing the fake wiener. Like, he's holding his club. This is intentional. Where he's holding his club, how the club looks, like... Not saying that's how it looks, ladies, but like, look what he's doing. He's not swinging it. He's holding it specifically near his pelvis, doing the fake wiener meme. if you've seen South Park, there's a South Park episode where they're doing like photos or something, and they're like, there's only 3 acceptable photobomb memes or whatever, and it's like peace sign, bunny ears, and fake wiener, and the guy's like doing this like that's exactly what I feel like is going on in this picture. That is so great. I might pick up this book. I don't really play AOS right now, but I've been kind of interested in playing it again. I kind of missed some big fantasy type battles. Let's see. Okay, these... Oh, wow. This is nice. Right off the bat, looks like they changed their feet. They used to be like 2-toe, or let me see, I have one down here. So they used to be just 2 big toes, basically, and then like a dew claw or hind thumb claw. So the feet with the hooves is better, I think. Plus, I like the idea that you can hear them clopping, and they're fast generally, so it'd be like that. Awesome Seeker with a spear. Way better than the demon ones. The demon ones look like crap. And the old Hellstriders, like, good God, they look terrible compared to these. And they just released those in that box, like Shadow and Pain. They put those old Marauder on old Seekers in that box, and they had these to release. Like, those ones are really bad. The dumpy, like, WWF Marauder trying to look like in some way he's supposed to be riding that Seeker. Terrible. I think I have 30 of them. This is awesome. They really... I love the little tiny heads and the big, powerful, like, legs for running. That makes sense to me. Yeah, they look fast. Like, they have huge quads, big, strong, like, hip areas, and then they're little and sleek. So, yeah, they look very fast. Oh, he's got the claws. He's got the little claw feet. I think I like the hoof one better. What about this guy? Okay, so some of them, they're not full-on long. Well, maybe. It depends on how long that line is. They look like the toes are a little brought in, but okay. I don't care. It still looks great. I like the little tiny tongue sticking out on this guy. Painting-wise, I don't love that they're covered in, like, trinkets and jewelry. Like, anklets and earrings in their horns and stuff. Like, just it becomes, like, a little bit of a pain to do all those little details. But, you know, the models look great. I really like the new Seeker design. They look... this one's got the screaming head. Oh, how many are there? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So it's a 5-pack. That's cool. I like that. So let's go check out one of these side views. So yeah, they got like this... They're kind of like an ostrich. Like they got the really bulky hip area with the long neck. Then they got the tail feathers. But this is also kind of like a seahorse or like a sea eel. But also like a betta fish. I don't know. There's like a lot of blending of species in this demon here, and it looks really great. Oh yeah, you can see here from the side. Yeah, it's almost fish-like. Like the other ones just kind of had little... The tails probably only went to like here. They had like a top fin, and some of them had a little bottom fin, but I don't know. These look much more powerful, and these are great. Look at that. The archer, he's standing up off his saddle, ready to shoot. That's awesome. Or she. I think that's a he. That looks like a peck. The ninja, like Arabian mask style thing. I don't know. That's great. I love that. Persian or Japanese or Mongolian or Middle Eastern or something. I don't know. Yeah, here you got that really sweet betta fish style tail. Some kind of little extra ponytail back there too. I don't know what that is. But yeah, lots of little trinkets hanging on these guys, stuck everywhere. Anklets, piercings. Not to mention the riders themselves look like they're covered in them, the saddle. Going to be a lot of work to get all those little details picked out, but once they're painted, they're going to look really cool. Oh yeah, this is like a seahorse strutting. Like these. Okay, so these are really great. I'm a huge fan of like the idea of like the horse-mounted archer and like the Kislevs. I think they kind of previewed a little bit for that old world, and I was like, oh, maybe that's what I'll play is the Kislevs. And now we got like sexy Slaanesh Kislevs. Great. Oh yeah, I mean they nailed this one. Like the anatomy. Look at her. Like that's a good anatomy. Like that Dark Eldar lady was a little rough, I think, a little chunky. Look how like she looks like she has a normal size head, a normal size giant hair, a real torso, a real thigh, a real calf and shin, and a normal foot. Yeah, I mean that is a good looking human being right there. And the dynamic pose, like this thing looks like it's running. She's bouncing up and down on the saddle, firing arrows. Really, really cool. Oh, this guy's shooting sideways because he's a gangster. That's how gangsters shoot. Oh, these are great. Wow. Okay, so I have like 60 Seekers of Slaanesh and maybe 30 Hellstriders of Slaanesh. And I think I might pick up a box of these too. Probably just using for Warcry off the bat, but if there's a mounted, oh, I don't know, it's gonna be so expensive. Oh god, I'm gonna say it out loud, but don't hold don't hold me to it. If there's a mounted play style for this army of all Seekers, especially if the mortals and the demons can mix, they almost never let them do that in AOS. Like you can have them in the same army, but there's almost never like a benefit to it. But if they have like the Hedonite of Slaanesh, Dothraki Horde, where it's like a mixture of old, Demonettes on Seekers, Hellstriders on Seekers, and then these two different style units on Seekers, I would be maybe all about that. I don't know. That sounds pretty cool, like a cavalry army. I wonder what their base size is, because these look bigger and stronger than the old Seekers. And look how great, like, I can't believe they put the old Hellstriders in that Shadow and Pain box. Those things are pretty bad. Like, they look like little WWF marauders trying to barely ride these Seekers. They don't even look like they belong on top. They're too fat. Or not fat, but bulky. And these things look like a more human-sized person on a powerful monster or a mount. Instead of the other way around where it looks like the old Hellstrider guys, the guy looks so much stronger than the horse or the Seeker. It's crazy. And I can't believe they didn't give you just 5 of these in that box. Like, I don't know. I guess the old Hellstriders are still around. This is my jam right here. Oh yeah. This is what I love about Slaanesh. I like the goat heads and the crab claws. And the bigger the better. Not the Juan Diaz sleek crab claw. Not the current crab claw. I like the big crab claw. And the goats. And this is great. This is basically a unit. It's like a callback unit. If you're familiar with Slaanesh, the old Keeper of Secrets in metal, but then the really old one looks a lot like this. And he's probably this size. So this is like a perfect callback to like a little unit of Keeper of Secrets, like the old style. Beautiful. So many trinkets and gems. Oh boy. I might have to pick up a box of these guys for Warcry. I saw in the new Warcry tome that they look like they're pretty tough. So if you get maybe 3 of these bad boys in a box, plus I got 1 in Dire Chasm, 4 of them and a couple other Demonettes and stuff, and you probably got a 1,000-point warband. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Let's see how many there are. Looks like we got 3. So it's going to be a 3-pack, so there'll probably be... Well, let's jump over real quick. Here's a kit that comes in a 3-pack. Boom! The Tragoth, the new trolls from the goblins. So hopefully they're this big, because that would be a pretty sweet kit. Now, I actually have Dire Chasm, but I haven't checked the... whatchamacallit. I haven't checked this model. There's one of these guys in that box, so I really, I guess, could open it and find out how big these kind of are. But, yeah, these are cool. All right, I love these. If you can do an army of these, well, there might only be 3 more or less poses and they might be coming in boxes of 3 at probably $60, maybe more nowadays. So what's a Trogoth coming in? I don't know. It's probably 60, maybe 70. Usually these new armies are how they slip in price increases without telling you that they're raising the prices. So when they raise, let's say these come out at 65, then you feel like, oh, okay, yeah, these are 65 because they're new. And then what they do is they go back and raise all the $60 kits to 65 because they're like, oh, you're used to paying 65 now. And that's how they take all our money. All right, here we go. We got toxic concoctions for the archers dip their arrows. Bliss brew homunculus. Cool. All right, so toxic arrow sounds like mortal wounds to me, or maybe skipping the wound roll like a Zangor Skyfire or something. Sweet. Yeah, this looks like an elegant, scary killer. Nice anatomy, long, normal proportions, a nice face. She's got a little bit of the Slaanesh like curl coming up in her mouth, which is nice. This one's a little, I don't even know. This one's a little weird to me. It's a cool looking model, but the weirdness is like there's so much character in the face. Like it's somebody's probably gonna find online like a actor or a picture of somebody that looks like this. It's bound to happen when you get that much of like a realistic like character in your face on the model. They always find somebody that resembles it. Cool. This one's great. This one looks like he has a little bit of a... Are these... I thought they were all females, but she seems female to me. He seems like he might be more of the... He seems male. But Slaanesh, a lot of times they go like half and half. Like half the side will be female in the torso, half the side will be male. So they might actually be doing that here, which is pretty cool. Let's see. They got... Because, yeah, like him or her. If that's a lady, I feel like they maybe gave her a little too much shadow on her upper lip because it looks like a little bit of stubble. But look at the pose here. Like, that's a... Look how long the leg is. Normal feet, not hobbit feet. Normal feet back there. Sleek, long limbs. Maybe a fuller rib cage. A normal size head. Great. These are really cool. I'm so glad, too, that they don't have strings. I hate when they put the string on the bow. It's not my favorite. Oh, this one's cool. Oh, yeah. So check this out. This is, I mean, that's a man titty. Yeah, so they're doing that kind of Slaanesh blending the male, female, half and half style. Oh, he's holding a head. Oh, he chopped out the head with his sword. All right. Yeah, I'm all about that. That looks sweet. This unit is great. Oh, who's this next guy coming up? Okay, this guy's cool, but let's see the next guy. What is this? Oh, man. I don't love his... I mean, he went a little too punk rock. He's got an eyebrow piercing and a little mohawk. And I'm an old school... Not old school like the 80s or 90s, but... I am a punk rock kid, I guess. And, yeah. He's maybe a little too punk rock for this style, I think. The other ones look, I don't know, more fancy and sleek, and he looks like he's hates his parents or something. But this is maybe where they dip the arrows, I guess. Maybe this is where they put the arrows in to get the poison effect. He's like the standard bearer. Oh, this one's cool. Yeah, so she's got... I don't know. They're great. Like, that's like a Sai. She's like Raphael. Great faces, great sculpts. Really nice anatomy on them. This thing is cool. Did we start with this one? Is this the first one? How many are there? It's probably 10. It's hard to keep track. They all look kind of similar, but all look really good. I don't need my bull or goat trinkets to have like smoke drizzling out across the model. That could have just maybe not been there, but... Oh, and I love that they did like peacock feathers. Like, because of course, if you're the fanciest, sexiest archers in the universe, You're going to find peacocks to make your bow and arrows, or your arrows for your bow. Great. She has kind of a witch elf hair too, like the white hair. Great. Really, really great. I think we started with this one. This one seems important because it's standing on something. Maybe a lot of them were. Yeah, geez. Oh, this one's really nice too. They might... I'm interested. Like, are they a mix of archers and fighters? Like, because a lot of them are carrying swords and hand-to-hand weapons and not as much emphasis on the bow. Like, this feels like she's fighting with her sword. This feels like she's fighting with her sword. She's fighting with her sword. She's shooting her bow. You see what I'm saying? A lot of them are actually seem like they're more in the sword fighting pose. Oh, she's great. Oh, that's really nice with the big braid down over her boob. Yeah. These are really, really good. All right. Man, this is one thing that's special. Let's see. I think that was the end. Yeah. Do some final thoughts here. That's one thing that's GW really nails for people is, like, if they make your favorite thing in the universe of Warhammer good, then it really feels good in a sense, right? Like, I love Slaanesh. I don't even play AOS right now, even though I am working on like a third-party giant army for Sons of Bama. But, I mean, that makes me want to play Slaanesh because Slaanesh is my favorite of the Warhammer Chaos Gods. It's one of my favorite things in Warhammer is Slaanesh. And so when they nail these models and they look so good, it makes me want to buy them. It makes me like, wow, they nailed it, right? They nailed it, you know, Slaanesh. And just all of it. It looked really cool. I don't think there was a single letdown. The only letdown so far was the kind of squished face of that one variation of the heavy armored infantry. But we'll see. I don't know. I might pick up some of those for Warcry. What I'll probably do is I'll probably buy some for Warcry. That's how I'll trick myself into buying some. And then I'll build the whole army. But if they have like an all cavalry army mixed with the demons of Slaanesh, Seekers, plus these new Seekers and Hellstriders, I'd be down for that. Like a Dothraki horde or something, a Mongolian, I don't know, cavalry battalion. I could enjoy that. That could be pretty cool. So, thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you like Slaanesh. Sisters of Battle. I've been eyeballing Sisters of Battle too as a possible third 40k army. Well, assuming I sell all my extra 40k, then it would be my third 40k army. Right now I have way too much. I have like 3 armies I need to sell first. But nothing in that really got me unless... Now, if you can get those sisters from that box set now at like 60% off, or 40% off, like an Immolator plus a Retributor squad, I think they're called. Who cares about the character? Now that I'd be interested in, because my whole idea with the sisters, if I did them, I think I would want to make just like a 2,000 point mobile infantry list sort of thing, where everybody's in an Immolator. More or less everybody's in an Immolator. We'll see how the rules are, but so if the rules are terrible for riding around in Immolators, then it'll be very easy to not build the army. But I think visually it would look very cool with like all your Immolators lined up, maybe a couple Exorcist tanks, and they're all just like the rolling Church of Death. Could be pretty sweet, but it would definitely have to be playable because the cost of those tanks are like $70-$80 a pop. And if you need like 8 of them for an army, probably need at least 6, I assume. Hey, yeah, I don't think I want to buy that just yet. So if you can start getting Immolators for like $45 because of this box set, after I said that, I don't think that's going to happen, because we know what's going to happen a lot of times with these box sets is they just sell out immediately. So, and then everything just goes back to normal, and then people charge like $30 or $40 for the characters, and they make money by splitting up the units, and it's usually, these boxes are usually profitable, because if you wanted to resell them, I haven't actually tried it on these, but you can generally buy them, get probably $30 or $40 for each character, and then piece out all the other kits at like 30% off retail, and you probably make maybe 100, 200, maybe even a little more. Probably about $200 a box, I bet, in profit. At least 100. So there's an idea for you if you want to get into the resale game. Thank you so much for watching. Merry Christmas. I got to head out and visit the family. So that's my reaction video. Probably the best one ever, and you should hit the like button.